We'll discuss the 8 weird habits of an INFJ personality type today. Watch each one carefully to see if you possess any of them. If you were classified as an INFJ personality type by the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, you probably have a few odd and quirky behaviors. Even though being called weird or awkward may have negative implications, for some people it can be attractive and set them apart from the norm. INFJs can definitely be described as odd or peculiar, but this is mostly because people can't see below the surface. Advocates view issues differently, which might be baffling to certain individuals and lead them to misinterpret the INFJ's perspective. Advocates have certain peculiar characteristics and behaviors that are highly distinctive. Find out whether you have any of these strange habits, and if you do, keep this in mind. You don't have abnormal characteristics because of this. Rather, you just have some unique traits that are usual for your personality type and don't necessarily fit into any particular social norms. Knowing them is incredibly important because many of them can aid in achieving personal growth and self-improvement. The following list contains 8 odd habits of an INFJ personality type. Number 1. INFJs have an interest in things that other people find strange. In addition to being distinctive personalities, INFJs are drawn to strange or novel things. These kinds of things can seem shallow and meaningless to them because they don't often follow societal norms. Advocates are drawn to things that are particular to them and are more than just attractive on the surface. They dislike frivolous items and things that don't appear to have any real significance for them. Due to the fact that they don't share the same pastimes or interests as other people, this can cause people to think they're strange. The INFJ, on the other hand, is drawn to things that catch their attention in a special way, and anything that can help them access their exceptionally rich inner brains. INFJs could find that they have genuine love for subjects that most people find odd, but it is part of their appeal. Even odd or unpleasant things may be enjoyed by them, but to an INFJ, they are immensely beautiful. Number 2, INFJs have a keen eye for character. One of the less well-known characteristics of advocates is their capacity for detecting concealed intentions. Since they have a high level of introverted intuition, INFJs are quick to discern the motives and underlying goals of others. Complexity draws us in. INFJs rarely accept things at face value. They continually try to peel away the layers of someone's personality type in order to understand their basic purpose, objectives, and motivations because they are naturally curious about the underlying intentions and purposes of others. In reality, INFJs are observant of people's outward appearances and in-person interactions, but they are more curious about what happens on the inside. They are continuously looking for underlying messages in what people say and do. Even when they're trying to hide their emotions, people tend to try to hide their feelings from INFJs, but they usually have a sense of it. It can occasionally be disconcerting for others to be around them because they have a tendency to absorb other people's emotions. Third, INFJs enjoy their alone time. INFJs have a highly deep and complicated inner world because of their introverted intuition. The desire to spend a lot of time alone is fueled by advocates' vivid imaginations. Occasionally, especially when the INFJ is in dire need of this time alone, this could lead to them growing distant from others. When the INFJ is in need of this alone time, it may occasionally cause them to grow distant from others. Because INFJs are closed off to others and have a lot of their identity wrapped up inside of them, others rarely get to see how much of who they are and what they believe or feel. Most people find it difficult to connect with INFJs because of their ability to keep people at a distance, which perpetuates a negative cycle. People could misread an INFJ's difficulty opening up in desire for solitude, which might come off as odd or even creepy. If you like what you see, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. Number 4. INFJs use their intuition to make future predictions. INFJs put all of the information together into a vision or perception of what will happen in the future thanks to their introverted intuition. This epiphany typically occurs in a split second of clarity and precision. All of this could seem enigmatic and mysterious. INFJs have the ability to look into the future, which makes them strategic, creative, and secretive. INFJs may see patterns, symbolism, strategies, and potential outcomes. Since they are constantly in this mental state, it may seem as though they are psychos, but it is simply the way they are used to viewing reality and taking in the information around them. INFJs continuously scan the horizon and have a keen sense of what's to come. Happenings that could be altered or changed by certain circumstances or occurrences. Everything is seen from the perspective of how it will all turn out in the end. People find it extremely strange and alarming because INFJs are more aware of potential consequences or changes than other personality types. Number 5. INFJs make every effort to avoid conflict. INFJs dislike conflict. Therefore, when it does occur, they struggle to verbally communicate. They wait for the other person to bring up the elephant in the room before they try to discuss it. INFJs won't give up on relationships too quickly, but if they see that the dynamics have changed, they will gradually disappear psychologically, emotionally, and even physically. Due to INFJ's tendency to come across as hopeless and disengaged from the relationships they are supposed to be dedicated to, people, and notably close friends and family of advocates, view this behavior as a peculiar habit. Number 6. INFJs are creating a wall around themselves. Since INFJs are thought to be the most uncommon personality type, they are frequently misunderstood. It could be tough to relate to advocates because most people don't see the world or operate in it the same way that they do. For the INFJ, who may even think of themselves as weird, growing up can be extremely difficult. Due to how they vary from their classmates, they could think something is amiss with them. As a result, the INFJ tends to distance oneself from unfamiliar people and frequently acts guardedly around them. This is not to say that INFJs cannot be friendly or outgoing. It merely means that most people are unable to see inside and beyond the walls they have built. Since advocates frequently experience strange or uncomfortable, the INFJ does this to defend themselves while they are with others. They may be viewed as strange or peculiar due to their rarity, but in actuality, people simply do not understand them. Number 7. INFJs struggle to determine whether they are feeling something for someone. Extroverted feeling is an INFJ personality trait that naturally draws them to other people's emotions while hindering advocates from understanding their own. The most of the time, INFJs are quite adept at judging a person's personality and our compatibility after just one encounter. But when it comes to romantic possibilities, they are occasionally so overwhelmed that determining how they genuinely feel about someone requires a lot of time and effort. Number 8. INFJs can be really awkward. INFJs can appear or act uncomfortable. However, this is usually because of their excellent empathy and insight. They are able to see things that others cannot, which makes the surroundings uncomfortable and frequently unsettling for them, having to decide whether to share what they see with others or keep it to themselves because most people won't understand anyhow. Because of this, the INFJ could become tense around particular individuals, especially if they have information about them that they would like to keep private. People don't always understand it, which can lead to tension that makes the advocate feel awkward rather than the other party. Despite their charisma and ability to engage others, advocates who have isolated themselves tend to feel uneasy in social circumstances. INFJs have a surprising capacity to be outgoing and friendly, but they don't enjoy doing this very often since they can become worn out by the continual pressure to please other people. One extremely weird habit of an INFJ personality type is the sporadic awkwardness. These videos will be really helpful for you.